St. Lucia, good morning. Time for you to wake up. Definitely rise and shine. We are trying to take care of ourselves. We have our good friend Janitha here with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, and I'm excited because I call here the Garden of Eden. All
Okay.
right, Janitha. Of course, you know her from Rico Dolls Foods and everything that is healthy and good, and she grows everything. We've had her on before on the show, so right now she's taking us into her world, and she's gonna show us, where she gets all the good stuff from, and that is really and truly her garden.
That's right. Thank you very much. Presently, we are standing in the lemongrass garden. As you could see, everything is natural, organic. So what I do on a weekly basis, I pay one of my employees to weed for me. Always keep the garden clean because I like to work in a clean environment. So
So
presently, we're heading to the turmeric garden. Most people always tell me, I never see a lemon turmeric plants, as you told me earlier on. You have never seen a
yes, I have.
turmeric plant. So basically, as we head into it, so then you will know exactly what a turmeric look like, a turmeric plant. We have the ginger as well, but it's not all the herbs I have because basically some of the herbs I trying to grow everything, but some of those I cannot grow. I have to buy it.
Right.
Well, with the lion is that's the English name for it, but the Creole name is Gopompon. And to tell you the honest truth, a lot of friends buying it from me, but they told me it's rare. Reason why it's rare, I can't say because a lot of people like to use chemical in the garden. They always have a chemical, they spray the garden, all different with the size. But to tell you the honest truth, I don't. So that's why I have somebody there with me, always weeding, keeping my garden clear. So that's why I can harvest from my gopumpum when it's in season.
Great.
Yep.
And then, of course, I know soursop is another one of your products that you produce. I use the soursop powder almost every day now with my smoothies. So just tell us about that too.
Well, with the soursop, I have it right in my backyard. So I do the soursop powder. I do it in tea bag form because a lot of people buy the powder to put in their smoothie. And they told me when they're doing their seasoning, they blend seasoning as well, they use the soursop powder. And I have the soursop bag, which I invent something new. Can you imagine?
So you said that's a soursop bag?
Back, soursop back.
Oh,
It's
the
just
back.
like the seed. Like most people tell me, but that's cinnamon. I say no, that's not cinnamon. That's soursop back. So I invent something new.
I love that. St. Lucia, so you can see why we call this the Garden of Eden because there's just so much here. It's definitely growing. You look like you have a green thumb. And of course, organic. And that's something that we really, really need. So no fertilizers,
Nothing.
pesticides, nothing being used.
And
So
no outside influence in that.
great. That's
It's all
exactly
natural, rather say organic.
great. Now you know what seeing is believing, and we've just showed you that as well. So now we're gonna run over so that we can see where the processing gets done. All right, St. Lucia. So let me tell you, it was hot out there. We are back out from the Garden of Eden, and here we have stepped into the lab. So Janitha is gonna tell us exactly what she does here.
Well, basically, Chedla, what I do here is wash when I harvest my herbs. I wash it in the tub, into the dehydrator, do the processing, and then into the tea bag.
Great. So right now, too, for you, I know one of the important things, just like when we're in the garden, being organic is, something super important to you. I know when it comes to your keeping things clean and sanitary here, this is also major importance once you get into the lab. So
Definitely.
just highlight some of the things or steps that you do to ensure that everything is very hygienic here.
Well, to tell you the honest truth, first thing when I step in the morning, I clean my working table, I sanitize it properly, and then I start off by putting my gloves well equipped, put my gloves on, put my face mask on, as you can see, a few boxes across the corner there, and then I take it from there.
Great. Now I know as well, you have some technology in here. So even if it's a small business, she's definitely making strides and of course making sure that health and safety is definitely first here. I mean, we can see her hairnet on. I know a little birdie told me you even have an eye wash.
Yes.
So, because of course in the grinding and that process, sometimes things can get a little messy. So,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, the eye wash is, for example, if you're doing something out there and something get into your eye, instead of taking your hand, take out the gloves or take your hands and wash your eye. So basically, what you do, you just go to the eye wash, just place your eyes over, and then you wash it.
Great. Now, of course, even with your space, it is so well organized and actually surprisingly very cool too. I mean, when you're doing your processing and, grinding or, putting your tea bags together, what else, really just keeps you going, keeps you motivated, and of course, focused? Because I can see you're very methodical.
Well, as you can see, I'm somebody that's very, very creative. So basically, as time goes by, new ideas coming in, and then I just think ahead because I like to think ahead. What else should I done? And then I just take it from there.
Great. So, of course, so St. Lucia, we've just brought you to the garden, into the lab, and now you know the end result. So, this is, the behind the scenes for you of where everything gets done. And now you can truly know that Rigo Dolls Products is organic. And, of course, this is where we want to go. We want to feed our children that. We want
That's
to feed
right.
ourselves that way. And just remind them, Janitha, persons who want to reach out, how they can contact you so they can get the
Well,
goods.
they can contact me via telephone or email, and then I have all my product out Massy outlets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And what is the contact number?
The contact number is 461-0318, and if somebody wishes to email me, they can email me at naturalspice2014@gmail.com.
All right.
So I encourage everybody out there to try out the Rigo Doll Spice natural tea.
So listen, St. Lucia, look out for it in the supermarkets, or of course email or call, and then you can get the full detailed products, and of course get yourself, your family as well healthy, and have some of the good stuff with the Rigodol's foods. Good morning, St. Lucia. Time to wake up, everybody. I hope each and every one of you are feeling well. It is more family time here. And right now, new to the family, we have a new face, but no pun intended. I have Paula here from Faces of Cancer, a very important organization here in St. Lucia with us. So, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Well, I'm very thrilled to have you because I know September is a very, very special month. Very special as well to you all and to even us by extension in St. Lucia. So Paul is going to let us know what's special about September.
Okay, for September, we at Faces of Cancer observe the three cancers, which is prostate cancer, childhood cancers, and thyroid cancers. So those are the three main cancers for the month of September. With prostate cancer, as we know, it affects only men, and most men, it would be most likely for a man to get prostate cancer if a family member had been diagnosed, especially before the age of 55, or if he has had especially 2 or 3 other persons from his family diagnosed with prostate cancer. So they need to be vigilant and take the appropriate actions. When you reach age 40, do your prostate exams, check your doctors, do your physical, and you take it from there.
Now, sometimes quite often you find the men shy away from doing that test and they don't want to do it, or they rather just not know. I think from what I've heard, a lot of them don't feel comfortable with the procedure. But why is it important to get tested? And as you've now highlighted, I think it's also very important that we also get to know our family history and do a background check to know who had what in the family, so we know what we should look out for and also take steps to try to prevent.
Okay, let us not do like ostriches and stick our heads in the sand. Even if something is there and you do not take action, it wouldn't go away. Even if you do not check and it's there. So if you check it early, you get an early diagnosis, then you could prolong your life, maybe another 20 years, another 50 years. You take action, and then you could see what happens.
Great. So you see, it's very important to be proactive
That's
as well. So we're also observing in September childhood cancer awareness. Now, this as well, I mean, it's so saddening, and because I even personally know a friend who is trying to be very strong and fighting this with her son. So when you think of the children having cancer, it's I don't even know what to say about it, but for me personally, too, only until it gets closer to home do you really realize the toll and the effect, and some of them are so young to be battling this. So let's talk a little bit about childhood cancer awareness as well.
Okay, well, childhood cancers are usually gotten by the parents. The parents would see something wrong with the child, and it is usually like from the DNA. Unlike adults, which most of them would get it maybe from eating habits or poor diet, but children is usually from the DNA, because from the time they were born, you have a 2-year-old. It cannot be from an eating habit, and those cancers now they have to create certain just for the children, because chemotherapy could be very harsh on the children, so they have to be very careful as to the medications they would give these children, and obviously it would be stressful for the parent as well.
So with that too, I know there's some events that are going to be coming up, some very important events, and I think St. Lucia needs to know about them.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, what events we have coming up is in October. As you know, October is always Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we have those health fairs coming up. We have actually 4 health fairs coming up in October. The first one will be held on the 7th of October at the Mabuya Valley Community Center, and the second one will be held in Monrepo on the 14th of October. The third one will be in Soufrière on the 21st of October, and the fourth one will be in Babono on the 4th of November. And all health fairs start at 10, they end at 6 p.m. And we'll be doing screenings. There'll be doctors doing the screenings, and for both men and women, because men actually do get breast cancer. Some people believe that men don't get breast cancer, but men actually do get breast cancer. So we do the screenings by professionals, by doctors, and then whatever the doctors, they diagnose, whatever they come up with, those persons who qualify, because we try to assist the more needy persons. So those persons who qualify maybe for that mammogram, that free mammogram, then they would obviously be granted that privilege. In October as well, we also have a workplace promotion, where we're trying to get workplaces to, like, every Friday dress up in pink and have the cubicles all decorated in pink. What we also want to do in October is have for the schools an essay competition for the secondary schools and an art competition for the primary school children, and that too, the winner will be given a prize.
So clearly we can see there's so much to look forward to, especially coming in October from Faces of Cancer. But let us keep our focus right now, because we are in September. So remember that it is childhood cancer awareness, thyroid, as well as prostate cancer awareness. So let us be vigilant and be proactive, St. Lucia, and, support those around us. And even if you don't know, let's not wait till it hits closer to home to want to reach out and be there and support, or even take action and try and take care of ourselves. So hopefully we'll see more of Paula. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope to talk to you again.
Great. And St. Lucia, you guys have a great morning, and again, let's be proactive.